not complaining, but it did take some finagling to actually get the monofin in there, and I'm still kind of struggling with it. The zipper is not, look how wide that is. And so, obviously your monofin is, boom, it's giant, right? So, not a big deal, but I wonder if the zipper is going to wear down over time because of that, or maybe they're just counting on the fact that you're going to love this tail so much that you'll never take your monofin out of there. You're just going to keep it in there and swim and live in it all the time, and I'm down with that. Also, I'm not trying to be as critical as I'm being, but these are touted on the website as the best fabric tails in the world. So that brings on your fair share of criticism. If they're not the damn best tails that anybody's ever seen, somebody should know about that. So I am noticing already that the fabric, and I'm gonna go in there and touch it up with a permanent marker or something. It's not a big deal, but that the fabric stitching has already worn out some of the color on the edge of this tail, like everywhere. And here is a little tear that has already occurred. I don't know when or where, but it's throughout the stitching on the whole tail. So these little corners are lovely, but they're going to wear much quicker than a nice rounded shape that you might get elsewhere. And it makes me wonder about the fabric itself, if that's going to wear down during the swim, or during Man's gonna go crawl around on some barnacles and some rocks and stuff like that. So I know that that is going to be a part of my life. So the tail's got to be up for the job, right? But I think that any tail's gonna get normal wear and tear from all of that. But just as something for people who are looking to get these tails and might be a little bit more picky about things like that, it's a thing to consider. I got a size small. We're tempted fate there. This is so dangerous what I'm doing. You can't see, but I'm like sitting on an empty bin that's open. I am sure it will work out. It's so cute. Look at that. So, I think this is one also that's gonna look great underwater, but for whatever reason, the Half Moon beta did not come with a vinyl insert. And I don't know if it's because it's like it's kind of their cheaper version for the Linden monofin versus the full-size version that they have. So it could be a part of that. Let's see if I can finagle these babies to where you can see, huh? Oh God, what a tail. All right, but if you can see, there's kind of a bit of extra fabric on the feet here, right? And you do get a little bit of flop in, but oh my sweet heavens, that's so cute. It's like this part was actually made for the flop, because if you don't have a vinyl insert, you're gonna get that that bit in the middle that kind of form fits to your monofin, right? And it's like these little dupes here. Oh, these little flaps, they're so cute. They account for that. So I do like that quite a bit, and God, it just does have so much detail, and it is so cute. So there it is. I'm totally gonna fall into this bin. It's not gonna happen, folks. Oh no. See? I think my butt right. There we go. Isn't that? Those are just so fun. And this his design is outrageous. Oh man. Alright, so look at that. What fun, huh? It's gonna be really wonderful. And as far as outdoor underwater shoots, it's going to be extremely visible under ocean water or lake water or what have you. So what timing, what perfection that I will have the brightest tail that ever was, in the darkest of times, right? Or in the times at least when we can't be in well-lit, warm pools. But the weather is hot, so it's working to my advantage. And there are quite a few tears on some of this fabric though. So that's a thing to consider. I think just because it's so soft and silky. So I bet that the precision of this stitching kind of wears it down a little bit. So just a thing to consider and be aware of. It's not going to come apart obviously because it is very well stitched, and these are smaller stitches than I've seen on other tails. So great craftsmanship, just kind of a result of this very silky fabric. Is beautiful. This is so soft. And the detail is rich and wonderful. So thank you again. This is lovely, and I can't wait to take it out for a swim. There were a couple of things that, you know, the video's never done right. Mostly I just wanted to try on this second tail. I didn't get a chance to do it in Pike Place Market because I started freaking out about how it was dystopian and closed down and being a nerd. So the first thing I want to show you is the comparison of the Mahina monofin to the actual fluke of this tail. The fluke is massive. It's hard to really show the scope, and the Mahina is one of the larger monofins that you can. So you can see how outrageously large this fluke is. It's so beautiful. And now that I'm looking at it, you can see the design is a little bit kind of blurred out here as it stretches. Now, I am being a little nitpicky about some of this stuff, but only because they boasted to be the best fabric tails in the world. That's a staggering claim. And I am undoubtedly a fan of the Mertailor and his lovely tails. So, a little bit inclined to scrutinize. Take my critique with a grain of salt or whatever spice you have on hand, but just know that I'm trying to be overly critical because that is a massive claim. These tails are expensive tails. So if you can see a little bit, the print on it, the design itself is like stretches. So it's got this lovely, lovely design, but as it kind of fans out, it gets, see, it's detailed over here and blurry over here, like they stretched an image at a low compression rate, right? Alright, so first, just take a look at that beauty, right? Those fins alone, those are beautiful. And I really do love the intensity of those scales. I mean, that is really pretty. Very, very pretty. But here's the rub. The zipper length is, I mean, that's not, let's get the Mahina down here to compare. Look at that shit. So, luckily, this Mahina bends in half real easily. This is the Water Woman series. So it's not going to be an issue, but if you are using any kind of other stiffer monofin, that is not a lot of room. It's probably not as complicated as I'm making it, but what the hell, man? That was a nightmare. Oh man, trying to finagle that in there. Part of it was understandable, but a large part of that issue could have been easily solved with just a bigger zipper. But with all the belly aching aside, let's try on this beauty and see how it do. And the other one, there was quite a bit of kind of wiggle room at the bottom here, but this one is most certainly a small. And I actually do see a big similarity in the fabrics of this to the knockoff tail, in the fact that it's like a I mean, it is scuba knit, but it's more like that jersey, to where if you stretch it, you can kind of see the fabric beneath it. It stretches out and it's like a white fabric underneath. But look how pretty. My goodness, huh? Ooh. That's actually a lot better. And to be fair, I haven't really swam in a tail with a vinyl insert. The Amazon tail had one, and it had these little, like, these little plastic flippers attached to it, so I threw that crap out, and I've just been using it with my monofin. It works just fine. So if I get too distressed about this, I might do the same thing. But that's a nice shape. Sounds plasticky sound. Listen to that. Oh yeah. But what a fun shape. What a nice tail. Let's. Oh, balls. Excuse the profanity, children. Look at that, though. Oh my. I do declare. This is epic. This is very epic. I gotta figure out what's going on with the vinyl, but maybe I'm just being a spaz. This tail is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And let's see if maneuvering it is gonna be a thing. But this little dorsal fin, it's so cute. Shake my butt at the camera. It is adorable. Truly, like, so beautiful. Not my butt, the tail. But I think this will be. Oh. My hams! Oh my god! I have to seriously do a lot of workouts to be able to maintain this tail now. Even lifting it that's intense, man. Whoo! Anyway. Thank you for joining me. Bye. Slán. Oh my god.